Whew. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for patiently waiting. I don't know if I like that camera angle anymore. I liked it, and then I went away, and then I don't like it anymore. I think it's just, I don't know, something about this stuff is too, something like that maybe. I can only take this camera so low because there's a monitor right here. And I don't like that whole, like, it feels so far away and like it's so like top down, like hello up there. I want it to be like more in line with my face. So that's a little bit better. I pushed my chair all the way up. I'm like right up against my desk. But, you know, sometimes it'd be like that. So let me I gotta get this light finagled. Every time I'm all like, oh yeah, it saved my light settings. That's fine. It kept it just the way it was. Yeah, no big deal. And then it doesn't. All right. So today, I'm just going to go through and get all my stuff done. I got to do the Twitter dealio. I'm going to move OBS over here now, so that way I can make sure that I can see it. Perfect. And is that monitor quality that different that all of a sudden I look way more washed out over here? Huh. Either a monitor problem, a light problem, or a Don problem. Who knows? But we start off every stream by getting the handy dandy little link there. And I really wish that I could just be like youtube.com/live/thedontech. That would be great. It's so washed out. All right, I need to figure that out because it's so washed out on the top of my head here. It could be that light, I think. Let's see. Whoa. And then it's this light now over here that's washing me out. Right? Is it that light? Yeah, that light's really washing me out. This light brightness is at like 10%. Now it's at 3%. This is the difference between 3% and off. It's not too bad. And then let's go back over on this one. Brighten it up a little bit. I guess maybe I just don't need a lot of light. I have a nice natural light window in front of me. So maybe I don't need any more. Well, let's go through here. Details, and then I got to get the link. Let's see, what are we going to talk about today? Let's see, Windows 10 end of life is still 1 year away. Ask me anything, and then plus channel updates. Plus video editing. Easy enough. Okay. I still trick myself, though, into thinking that... Oh, I should have copied that first. I can't... I keep tricking myself into thinking that Twitter and Blue Sky kind of do anything. They really don't. All right. Unless you're like massive or you want to pay for the whatever the deal is. But I'm not paying for it. The check marks and all that good stuff. Oh, and then we got Discord. But Discord takes a little bit different of a post here because I mean, they obviously already have it. YouTube.com/live/ and then it's just a random string of letters. It would be a lot better if it was youtube.com/live/the Dontech. I mean, let me does that work? No. That would make so much more sense. But then if they go to a VOD, I think it keeps the same link for the VOD, so maybe that's why I can't do it. I don't know. I don't work at YouTube yet. All right. Remove that, remove that. So today we're going to talk about the goals of where the channel's at, which I already put it up there, that we are officially 41 hours away from monetization, which is amazing, which is huge, which is awesome to think. Again, my goal for this was going to be going live or having full monetization by the end of this year. So I'm more than 2 full months. Yeah, more than 2 full months ahead of my plan. And it's amazing. And it's not without y'all's amazing, amazing help to get me there. So I have not actually done a lot of video releasing lately, but I do have tons of other videos. I just have had 0 time to do any edits. Since I was live last, which was a week ago, I think, that was the last time I was able to edit a video. And I've been so out of it that I actually I sat down, I scripted again, and I shot a video that I already did. And so it's like, I have no memory that I did that a month ago. So I now have to do that again. Well, I don't have to do it again. I now have to edit that one video that I think was better the first time I did it. I haven't watched both of them. So I need to definitely get on that. So that'll be some of the goals for today. And boom. Cool. Oh, sweet, my water was not in frame this whole time. And I haven't checked myself to make sure I'm not wrecked myself, but I do think that we are okay in the sense of audio, but I gotta double check. Perfect. Audio is clear. It's so funny because I'm sitting up right now and my feet aren't touching the ground, which feels weird because that's abnormal for me. But then when I see Delete sitting in her computer chair playing a game, she sits and her feet never can touch the ground. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like whimsical. It's fun that like my feet can't touch. They're not getting fatigued as much. All right, I think I've done all the maintenance things. Did you know I was working on a new profile on this PC? And did you know that if you delete shortcuts, apparently, from the new profile, it will retroactively delete them from your main profile? So I had all these other shortcuts. I don't even see Streamlabs on here anymore. So it's like, it's crazy. Everything, I removed it and it's just like, okay, we're gone. We're done. It's like, okay, but I had a lot of these apps. Or they just all broke at once. I mean, there's stream elements. Let me see, stream elements. I hate the window search though. It's so bad. It's so bad. So I guess what I have to do is I have to go into program features, or program files, x86 probably. Maybe. I'll have to find all that stuff later. But I lost. I had it all set up, all organized, and then it's just like, it's gone. It's like, okay, cool. Because I'm working on getting another profile set up on the system for the Windows 11, well, not Windows 11, but the Windows 10 extended security updates, so I can sign up for those and get more information on it. Because Windows 10 official support ends, October 2025. So they say. Okay, yeah, and they still want you to create an account to sign in for one to get those extended security updates, but it's really not that big of a deal. I just retweeted something today from, I think it was PC Magazine. There's just so many people talking about, oh man, Windows 10 losing support. It's the last time for Windows 10. It's not that big of a deal, man. All these people just like post these things, and it's just a crazy fear-mongering tactic to get the clicks. Whereas I'm trying to counteract those things. But I'm used to that. I'm used to having to constantly counteract all the misinformation that's out there about everything related to PCs, security, updates, all those sort of fun things. But let's see. I'm hoping to be live for about 2 more hours now. And with those 2 hours, I plan on hopefully being able to go through and edit that video. So let me go ahead and open up Premiere so I can get ready to do that. Make sure I have the right project file as well. Should you pay September? Okay. So this video edit that I have to do, I just got to go through the entire thing. And I'd say 10 minutes. Oh, geez, there's so many spots for me to not cut. So I got to watch the whole thing, change the gamma, do all that sort of stuff, reframe it. So I'm gonna try to do that. Hopefully, accomplish that to get that releasable tomorrow if I could. That would be nice to get it releasable tomorrow. Maybe Monday. Tomorrow or Monday would be my ideal days. But Monday is Columbus Day. Is that what that is? So speaking of, no live stream on Monday. That will be a no-go there. All right. And then if I could just have some additional icons, that would make me feel a lot better. And then, well, let me reply to some comments too on YouTube as I need to. Because I noticed that YouTube, even on my last live stream video, they had 0 notifications about the updates, or not about the updates, about the comments that I had on these other videos, and I just I missed them. It's like I'm trying to reply to every single one, but they make it difficult. And guy's asking if he pays for the updates. So if I pay, do I still need to back up to the cloud? So I don't believe you would need to do so, but why pay when you can just get it for free using the separate account method? That's the way the Dawn sees it. Oh, somebody else give me some more information. Okay. Because this one guy, BA Adventures, I love his comment. He replied 2 weeks ago. He was telling me about tech tip on video production. He uploaded this video at 60 frames per second, and like broadcast media standard is 24, 25, or 30 FPS. I mean, my whole thing, I don't understand anything about broadcast media. I just pretty much, I have a camera. I try to look decent with the lighting, and I try to have good audio. That's as much as you can expect from me. Everything else is like just completely beyond my stuff. So this other guy, Paul Eckhart, says, media professional here. 1080-60 isn't for slow motion. That's only a 2x slowdown. It's not interlaced by nature since maybe 2011, and doesn't cause playback issues. Keep doing your thing, sir. It's just better for smoother motion at 30 or 24 FPS, but not necessary for most content. Oh. Maybe if I just film at 8K, 8K only does 30 on my phone, 8K 30 frames, so that could always work. But just keep doing what I'm doing, so yeah, it's the... I know what I know the things about, I know, but the things I don't know, it's like, okay, you can tell me anything and I'll pretty much believe you on it. All right, and then I think I've replied to everybody because I have to go to a different section to see all those different things. So that is always fun there. Okay, I think I'm fully caught up now on every single YouTube comment as far as YouTube will show me. Therein lies the problem, is that YouTube, right when I started to get back into this, they stopped showing you a ton of different a ton of different conversations that were happening on your channel. I know I had this one video, like I have the most recent Windows 10 video apparently has 61 comments. I've only replied to like 2 of them. So there might be a string going on somewhere where people are talking somewhere about that. Or no, I did reply to all those. Nope, there are some replies that I did not reply to. Okay, well, I'll just hit those real quick. I love the Linux fantasy needs to go away already. It's not going to happen. Absolutely. I replied to somebody who was saying that you need to go to Linux. You know, instead of using Windows 10, not me personally, but just like that's the solution. Is step 5 is going to Linux. And I was like, that's fine until, you know, if you want to get all of your people to do it and support all of them when it breaks, feel free to. But I'm not going to recommend that to anybody. Okay, so I think this guy is, I like it. He commented on something else too. Was that Chris Thompson? Is that the same? Okay, cool, same guy. The thing I do miss about Twitch, and after I'm updated, after we're monetized, next stream we may actually be doing on Twitch as well. That'd be kind of fun. Because one of the things I do miss about Twitch is that everybody had their unique usernames, and on YouTube, it's just like people's names, unless you've modified it. And I do have a much larger base, and not everybody that replies and leaves comments is somebody that's subscribed to the Dontech, but it's a little bit more difficult to keep track of who's doing what, because the names, they're just names. They're not, you know, like a gamer tag, which is a little bit easier to keep track of, at least in my mind. Oh. All right, well, cool. I got caught up on almost every single thing I think that I needed to get caught up on. Did I tell y'all that I switched my fan direction so it's actually blowing the cool air down now? All right. What's really cool though is that the next time that I go live, we'll be monetized, baby. That will be awesome. And this time, it will not go away. We'll be monetized and we will stay monetized for the foreseeable future. And that will be fun. All right, so I think then we just need, you know what I love? I love doing my hair and then having to put headphones on. It's wonderful. It's so great. So let's see here. What's the other? Editing PC Fancy. Something like that, yeah? Oh, and then that's right. I have to have the window open in order for you guys to be able to see it. And let me see myself here. Let me, oh, and let me also do the watch hour goal. I want to make this a little bit nicer because I changed the camera position, so I want to make sure that I'm in pretty good frame. It's not bad. It's fine. You know? What do we expect here? Hopefully not professionalism. Like that'll ever happen. All right, and then just so I don't forget, I'm gonna set a timer here to remind me in, let's see, an hour and 45 minutes. Nope. Wow. Okay. An hour and 45 minutes roughly is what we've got on the stream today. Oh, wait, hold on. Got to post that, and then I have to also do the pin of that. Perfect. All right, got that. Timer, and then I can just go through to the fun process of editing. I just got to make sure that I can see that while I edit. Cool, cool. So as I mentioned, when I do the edits, I get the footage all down to the beginning part and the ending part. And then what I do is I'll modify any of the colors if I need to. Where are the effects? Why is not effects? Why is my brain complete? Was it? Yeah, okay. My brain just completely not braining. Modify some of the stuff here. I think it was the image control with gamma correction. I think that kind of worked the best with some of the stuff that I was doing. Changing that from like to a 12 kind of brings the colors down a little bit and makes it more like earthy tone, kind of what I'm going for. I just don't want to be washed out. And as you can see with me right near, I'm washed out, even though I have like no lights on me at all. And it's like kind of washed out. That could just be the camera because it's a little bit closer as well. So I don't know if I need to update the field of view or anything like that. But I get the gamma set, and that way I don't have to make those changes all throughout. And then I just kind of find out where some of these things are. And maybe there's some stuff we can do to do some motion to it or something like that, make it a little bit better. But this one, I didn't necessarily, I stay in the same spot the whole time, which is nice. But I try to also get the computer in the frame. I like having that wall-mounted computer, but right here it looks so bad, as you can see. Like if we kind of, so not only does it look really, really bad because you got the blinds and it's just kind of glary, you also have the reflection right here of my script, which is just hilarious. The part that I'm trying to read off of, it's kind of visible. So it kind of ruins the framing though a little bit for me. But I also don't want it to just be only me, because that's a little too, I don't know, it's a little too boring. So I'm still working on that though. We're getting there. We're learning it all. And I'm kind of realizing that maybe this setup, this layout is not actually perfect the way that I thought it was. I thought being behind and having the wall behind me would be a little bit better because I'd have that natural light and I can set up the lights a little bit easier, but it really might not be what I expected it or what I need it to be. So that's always something that could change. Again, because I have the same background either way, or I just move my streaming situation halfway across the room and then call it a day. But also at some point, one of the things I wouldn't mind, because I did get a editor, not an editor, I have a thumbnail guy, and it's amazing. That's one less thing I have to worry about. And actually, I might be able to ingest the, hold on, the thumbnail to kind of show you guys. I want to give you guys behind the scenes looks when you're coming here. I want you guys to see something that's worthwhile, that's like behind the scenes of like, whoa, I want to come to these more often so I can see what is going on in the Dontek's head. But I eventually, did I download this? I would not mind getting somebody that can edit my videos. Like just paying them to, edit the videos. Because that's the next step that like is just, there's so much to the video editing. And one of the things I don't really want to do is just look at my face and have to go through all my stuff constantly. So I'd say, even though there's some fun personality that I can add to the edits, it's probably one of my least favorite things of it. It used to be thumbnails, hands down, thumbnails were the least favorite. But getting those offset has helped a ton. But I'm going to show you the thumbnail, if I can find the image here. You can see what we're kind of working with here. So what's this? Is it, wow. Make it as big as possible, why don't you? So that's kind of what we're dealing with today. The thumbnail. Is it worth paying for Windows 10 extended security updates? And this is the answer in here. What I'm editing is the answer. What did I talk about? How did I talk about it? Why did I talk about it? I don't know. I cannot tell you what is in this video because I don't even remember filming it. But apparently I did sometime in September, like the end of September I filmed this. So I don't know. But I love the thumbnail. I love the way it looks. I think it's a great little like idea of somebody talking about things. I mean, these thumbnails are so nice. So definitely a shout out to making those as nice as they are, and they've helped promote this channel substantially, as well as the Windows 10 content. I mean, if you're a content creator, one of the things I do have to say is that I had all my video stuff planned. I had all these different videos. I had filmed a ton of different videos, and then one day I'm just like, you know what? I should make a video about Windows 10 losing support. And I did. And that supersetted my channel huge. I mean, I don't even know how many. If I go to my playlist and I go to like my Windows 11, you know, the end of support. Can I get the analytics on the videos within there? I don't know if it's going to give me. So it seems like the Windows 10, oh cool, it can give you the playlist analytics of how those videos have done. The Windows 10 analytics are amazing. It has given my channel 700 view hours in the past 28 days. So if we do actually not just lifetime, unless I started 28 days ago, I might have. Okay, yep. So I've only started that time. 700 hours on one concept alone. So you just don't know what's going to land and what's going to hit with YouTube. You never do. And I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it's like that was a huge, huge performative boost to the channel overall. Almost 15,000 total views on all the videos that are in there, and there's not that many either. And it's brought a ton of different. The only thing it doesn't show me, I think, is the subscribers that I've gotten from those, which is odd. That'd be a great analytics to see, like how many subscribers came from all those videos. But I might have to do it individually. But that's definitely just, yeah, really, really great. I probably don't obsess over the analytics as much as I should. But looking at the earning tab real quick, just again to verify where we're at, 3,959 hours as of October the 4th. And then when I go to October the 4th on my analytics page, that means that the next day, so I'll be getting, yeah, and yeah, we're getting there, man. We are getting there. And I haven't done a lot of shorts, and my channel is getting about 1,500 views a day, which is really nice with no shorts. I was getting about 2,000 views a day with my long and my short form, but now with the shorts, pretty much just out of the equation. I don't have any more material right now. Yeah, it's nice to see that growth without the new shorts being in there, because you don't apparently make any money from the shorts either. You only make money from the longs. I mean, you make some money from the shorts, but not like nearly as much as you would be expecting. I don't know if I like that intro and that hook, but just find the... And I also, sometimes what I don't like that I do is that it's obvious that I'm going from looking at the script. So like I'll look at the script, I'll have the thing, and I'll start speaking as I'm looking. Or I want to go to the next point, and then I'll end speaking while I go back to look at the monitor. So it's kind of those funny things you see about yourself when you do that. And you're like, man, that's one of those hindsight things that I should not do that. Oh, I did it again. Okay, I think I'm messing up here. That's why I have all these gaps. All right, so that wasn't awful. I'm gonna see what this sequence here looks like, because that's something that, and we could maybe, this could be okay. So wait, was this the beginning of it? Okay, wait, that's the wrong section. Okay, I need to work on over here, I think. Okay. And sometimes some of these cuts make it look worse than you want it to look, so you don't want to get rid of every single bit of blank space, but the longer ones you definitely want to, because you want it to flow. Because I'm like all of this here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to form one coherent sentence. And as you can tell, there's a lot of gaps between the sentences. And I think this one we can cut. But maybe we don't need to cut that one. Yeah, I can actually get rid of that. That's not too bad. And then some of these where you have a lot of you have kind of a little bit of a gap. I know it seems really nitpicky because it's only like a few frames, if anything. It's like 2 frames. But for the way that I speak, sometimes I notice that those gaps, it's better to get rid of them than it would be to keep them. Something like that. And then just kind of see how that flows a little bit. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That kind of like worked out well. There wasn't any oddities to it or anything like that. The biggest thing about updating, about video editing and stuff for me, is that when you have the idea in your mind of what it's going to look like, and you know, in my mind, except right now I don't, but usually I know what I was thinking when I was doing these updates and when I was doing these videos. I remember, like, you know, kind of the thing. So when you're watching it and you're editing it, you know where you're coming from. You know what you're trying to convey. You know what you're trying to say. And that's dangerous and damaging sometimes, though, when you are doing the edits, because in your mind it makes sense. But then when you edit it and you release it to somebody, it might not make sense in their mind. So that's where it's really nice to have Delete editing some of my videos, because she'll be like, what did you mean by this? Why was this said? What is this? What does all that mean? And that really helps keep things where they need to be and helps make the video make a lot more sense. For example, my Windows 10, the 4 options that I had for that one, she made that video, she cut down so much of that video. It made it way better. Because in my mind, I'm watching it, I'm like, no, all of this information is necessary. And she's watching it and she's like, well, this is kind of redundant. This is not something you need to talk about. This is an additional thing. Let me trim it real quick and then you watch the video and see what it's like. So she trimmed the video and then I watched it and I could not tell you what was taken out. I was like, it flows, it did everything I wanted it to do. So I was like, okay, it'd be like that. But also, since I like that intro, I can get rid of this section here so we can trim that on down. So already we got down from 10 minutes to a little bit, we got about like 45 seconds taken out. That's not too bad. Probably even more because I think it was greater than 10 minutes. And then there's obviously going to be a lot more to take out. One of the things I like to do sometimes, if I know that I make a mistake, I try to make some lines to some spikes so that way I can see, hey, don't bother editing all of this because some of this is useless. What you want to do is edit afterwards. But I don't see any of those. And I see this ending here, so let's just take care of this ending real quick. There's not too much of anything here, so. Okay, and then over here I need to do a thumbnail dump, essentially, of all the stuff I've made. So I'll just kind of start. I think it was 5 videos that I've done. Wait, did we do new TPM 2.0 or unsupported? I forget what we did on that one. We did no TPM 2.0. Okay, perfect. So I love throwing in the other thumbnails that I've done because it really helps. To me, it just helps piece it all together. I don't know. I think that's maybe an old school YouTuber sort of thing. But I could be completely wrong on that aspect. Okay. It was right about here. Yeah. Kind of have them just out and about. Oh, that clicks right when I say about non-supported hardware. That one comes up. Oh, I didn't even plan that. That's nice when that works out. So first, it's just kind of figuring out where these can go, what size they need to be. I think I've said this before. I don't like rectangles. They're really annoying. All right, then we have, let's see, just kind of pop up. That's not too bad. I think I want these to be a little bit extended though. Maybe they can all end with a crossfade at the same time. Was that? No, that wasn't that. Like, why did that light just randomly turn on in my face? That was extremely rude. It's just all of a sudden. Huh. Freaked me out, man. Okay, where's the cross define? I gotta say, when I go through and I have a long spiel like this is from 7:56 to 9:13, so over a minute, about a minute 15 seconds, minute 20 seconds of me just talking straight with a single thought. Y'all don't know how hard that is for me to have that single congruent thought. And the whole time I'm doing it and I'm talking, the more I'm saying, the more I'm realizing in my head that if I mess this up, the whole sequence is going to be messed up and I got to redo all of it. So I really know that. So there's a lot of pressure. So when I see something like that, I don't have to cut any of it. I think it's pretty good. I like that a lot. So, and then just, you know, kind of here, I don't know if we need the cross dissolves when they pop up. You know, okay, so Windows on non-supported hardware. So probably I want to move this one over here. That's not too bad. Cool. So, I mean, that outro is pretty fine. And then when I'm done and I get everything kind of all set, I'll add in the graphic of like the Dontech, which I need a new Dontech graphic. I really do. I need kind of like a whole big thing with the Dontech graphics, a whole new graphic package with like a logo, and so many different things. So there's just so much necessary stuff, you know, that needs to happen. But now we have the intro and we have the outro. So those things are done. Then the rest of it is just this little meat and the potato area all in here. So we have the 26-second mark to the 7. So we have 7.5 minutes worth of content to go through. I don't know how long I've been working on this, but we did get 3 minutes done of editing, so that's not too bad. I mean, it's possible this live stream, I've got another hour 25 minutes. So it's possible I can get this video set and done and then render it when I'm done with the live stream. That'd be kind of cool. Oops. Okay, so then I know when I'm trying to continue a thought here with purposeful pauses. Actually, okay, that was okay. This whole thing I just did, I say it better right there. So I can get rid of, I think from here. Yep, so I can just, that entire thing is boom, gone. And then I can cut that a little bit closer. All right, cool. And while I love long form content, I really like it. You get to a point where it's difficult to talk about things for a long period of time. Similar with Windows 10 support right now. I'm kind of like out. I had like all these other ideas of what to do with Windows 10 end of support, but there's just no, it's all too much of saying the same thing over and over now. So I have one more video coming out, maybe 2 more videos coming out around the privacy of Windows. Why does it keep doing that? I looked right at it when it happened. It's one of my Elgato lights. Okay, hold on, I gotta unplug that. It just goes on full blast for no reason. Now it is completely unplugged. If it goes on again, like, here's the plug for it. If it goes on again, I need help. Send somebody over. We'll get out of my frame so I can see things. All right, there we go. So, get rid of the bulk. I don't even remember what my thought was before I was doing this, but get rid of the bulk, and then we'll go through and probably do another rewatch, add some things that are necessary for like text, because here I'm talking about extended security updates and what they mean. Putting some B-roll, putting that sort of stuff up there is really nice to help kind of the flow. But I'm realizing that as I'm not really trying to be entertaining with these, I'm just trying to be educational. And of course, education and entertainment kind of can go hand in hand, but I don't quite have that set yet. I shouldn't need that, and then that should be a pretty decent cut right there. I'm saying the exact same thing again. Which is like from right here. So I guess I thought I can say it better. Yeah, the second one was better, so I like that. So that's cool, though. I can get rid of this entire segment here. That's not bad. That's at least, like, that's good. 30 seconds? Now, while I do like cutting it out, though, I also do like having the length of those videos. You know, that's really nice, you know, because long-form stuff is definitely where it's at. I think my best Windows 10 video, I keep going back over to my analytics here to just kind of see where they were at, because some of them have performed like amazingly, and then some of them just been like whatever. Like my most recent one about what Windows 10 end to support really means is like barely anything, not even 1,000 views, whereas the other ones are all past 2,000 views. And my biggest one, how to get the updates, the extended security updates for free, that one's closing in just past 8,000 views. So that's pretty sweet there. So you just don't know what's going to be the good one to post or not. So this one, I mean, who knows if it's going to be anything that will do any numbers whatsoever. I mean, who knows? But you don't know. You just have to release the content. That's all you can do. Release the content. Or just go full AI and create the AI slop out there and then just make like buku bucks. That's like what my Twitter feed is full of. Is like there's like YouTube stuff on there for the algorithm, and then a lot of it is like, this is how I create a faceless YouTube channel for 2 pennies and it makes me $25,000 a day. It's just like, if I was making $25,000 a day on YouTube, I would not be bothering to create content to tell people how to make $25,000 a day. So take that with that information. You wouldn't need to, you just, yeah. Okay, I obviously messed up there, so I think I want to re-say that. I think I messed that up again. Oh, there's the little spikes right there. See these? This is what I was talking about. These little things right here. These right here. That's my little, I'm snapping probably. Boom, called it. Well, I'm messing up a lot here. That's good though. I get rid of all this chunk. I think I did it. I did it. Okay. So that means that all of this was me messing up. So from the 50-second mark to the, it's just a straight minute of just messing up. You can't have pride if you do YouTube. At least I don't have pride anymore. Now the video's down to just 7 minutes. Which, by the way, if I wasn't doing this live and like showing you guys how the process was, I don't take this long and like re-look at everything as much. This is just kind of because of what's going on. Yeah, it's not too bad of a section right there. Yeah, so Windows 10 Q&A, right? You are losing nothing by running Windows 10 past its end-of-life support. You are not at a significantly greater risk running Windows 10 on October 15th, 2025, which is going to be less than a week away. You are not at risk because even when support ends, the day after it ends, and even if you're logged in with the extended security updates, I don't think we're getting any updates, at least for a week or two. And that's only with vulnerabilities that are found and with things that need to be patched. So it's not a big deal. I just wish more people would see that. It's doing numbers for the economy, though, I'm sure, because people are paying for stuff they don't need to pay for. People are doing a lot of stuff that they don't need to do. They're, buying brand new computers. Why would you do that? Or they're paying for services that, will help get them upgraded to Windows 11 because they don't know how to do it themselves. Or they're paying for things because they're afraid of something messing up, so they got to have like data services, or they're paying for something. I mean, data services are always good in general, but yeah. I want to cross one of my legs, but I'm pushed right up against the chair. Oh, okay. That's a little bit better. Boom. Okay, and then this is where I can put another thing where I talk about here. So that's what I'm talking about. When I do that whole, like, I say immediately, I finish the sentence and then I, boom, look at the screen. Finish sentence, boom, screen. It's a little difficult to edit that a lot, you know, when, so we just kind of go there and then just kind of see, like, okay, cool. I left enough of a gap where I don't have to worry about that. I think I can, is that an No, it's a the. It's THUH. The. So let's see. We can trim that. Cool. Wait, what did I get rid of? Yeah, it should have been that and that. You can probably get that even closer. I just said that was all pointless. Great, love it. Thanks, me. Okay, so that might mean that this entire segment from here is what I'm talking about is useless. So what did I say here? I say, in order to get these security updates, well, oh gosh, that might have been like here. Oh gosh. That may be... This entire segment might just be what I just, I have to redo. Like all this might be done better in this little section here, which is, I guess that's fine, but that's a little, that's a lot. This is why Delete likes to watch the entire thing first to know how much I mess up. And then she edits it from there. There's just a little bit of a breather gap here. Okay, I hope that one was a little bit better. It was more concise and I talked a little bit faster, so. But I guess that would mean that, yeah, I can actually delete. So this video is now, it's going to be like a 4-minute video now. Those are fine, but I really prefer them to be a little bit longer. I could look through the video that I filmed with the Windows support, what it really means. Or no, not what it really means, but should you pay for the updates? Because I filmed it in October, but I think that it was, let me just open this real quick and just kind of take a look at it. I mean, I can't, I also wasn't wearing as nice of a shirt, so I like this one more, the one that I'm working on right now. So this just will be what it is. You know, and that's some of those decisions you have to make sometimes. You're like, it's not exactly what I want, but you can't have that stop you from just making a video. If it stinks, then, you know, the dislikes will show that it stinks. It is what it is. Oh boy. But I do guess, yeah, that all of this here, from a minute 8 to about, so almost a minute and a half worth of content is just, ugh, probably. So I'll go back to that in a second. I'm just going to finish up with some of the stuff over here because we're almost at the end of this video. And I'm assuming that this is, hopefully this is good, and then a break, and then this is good, and then a break, and then, you know, something else is good. I don't have to trim too much out of it. And then we're going to have, since we have that natural cut here, trim those out of the way. Yo, what's up, Metro? Are you going to be going to Linux like everybody else is, apparently? You know what's confusing when I say something and I'm like, what did I just say? I think, like, okay, so what I mean here is not, I say a thing about security risks. It's not that. It's data risks is what I mean to say, I'm pretty sure. Wait, and then where did I get the... Where's the thing for the thing? It's supposed to allow me to edit the graphics. Something moved and modified on in my platform that makes it because it used to be over here, and then all the essential graphics kind of moved over here, and I don't know where they were supposed to be and where they were previously, because obviously this is not what we're going for those effects. Nope. Yeah, don't do that. Huh. I want to make it. Is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, now it's, yeah. So it's did not want to show what I wanted it to be, so we just make that a little bit bigger. Move it over there, and we'll get rid of one of the asterisks. There we go. Okay, then I talk about additional videos. Let's go back to the thumbnails here. We're like, do this one like here. Okay, so I think I'm getting near the outro then, so it's not bad, because I know that I have all of this here and then the outro, so, okay. Let me just make sure I'm not like, I don't do a better outro. What am I talking about here? Nope, that was bad. Possibly. I love giving myself a little pep talk in these, apparently. But okay, so then all of this is just, I can get rid of that. And then that's pretty much, that's virtually it then. We got the entire thing. I just need to go double check this little section here to make sure, and then we'll get this down to a 4-ish minute video probably. So that's not too bad at all. I'm just gonna make sure that these two sections here mesh together well. Okay, that's not too bad. That meshes pretty well. Cool. All right, this was not as bad. It's just this little section here. It's like that thing. I just don't want to look. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to figure out like here. You know, when I talk about, what do I say? Like, okay, so in order to get the updates for free, you have to link your computer to a Microsoft account. Okay, so this might be extra. I might be able to have both those. Okay, I know that I don't need this. Now that I get rid of all of this. I know I don't need those. Okay, so that's not too bad. Because I can't tell if I say the same thing twice, but one of them is better, or if I say the same things slightly different, or if I'm saying completely different things. Because it's really this section here that's pretty good. How do I end it here? Oh, wait, stop that. All right, yeah, so I think this section here, I did say it better, so I can kind of clear that in and out, because I can just get rid of these, and then that is practically it. So just a little bit over 4 minutes. I don't think there's 7 additional seconds I can get rid of. I mean, maybe? I have no idea. If I could, or if it'd be worth it to get rid of the 7 minutes. I think it's fine as that. I'm not like Hank Green here where I'm trying to get, you know, it has to be under 4 minutes. So that wasn't too bad there. And then we go to sync. We want to get now, for all I know, there's an easy way to do what I just did, where you just kind of extend the entire thing. I don't think I need to make any cuts or any changes or anything with what it is. It can just be a free flow. You know, what's it going to matter if I change it from how it is right now, where it's just a static shot, or if I'm like zooming in and zooming out and zooming in and zooming out, and like that could get, you know, do a little bit more attention, but I don't know. I'm not trying to create a narrative there, and I don't know what would necessarily look better or not. So I'll just do another re-listen to, make sure it sounds good, make sure it looks good, and then we can get ready to render that sucker. And then that video, I don't know if I would. Tomorrow could work well for that release. I have everything else set. I have the thumbnail below me and all that, so I'm not sure. So I'm going to BRB actually for a moment. And then I'll do another watch through, and then we'll verify everything. So first I need to put up boom for the BRB, and then I need to mute my microphone so you don't hear anything. Yo. We back. We back. Are we ready? It's warm in this room again. I can't wait till it's like winter time and it's like colder and nicer. This room, man. Whew. It's a complete thing there. All right. All right, so let's go through one final watch through on this, make sure it's okay, make sure it looks good, and then we can render and, oh, what, wrong thing. I meant to hit space, but it did BRB. Space over here. All right, let me add another text thing here. Wait, where did that go on my timeline? Oh, all the way up there. Okay. Okay, and then that right here. See, I saw that, you know, a little bit where it's like I do that and then my eyes dart over, right? So I need to trim that up a little bit more to get rid of the eyes darting, and then we go straight to that next section here. That's why I like adding everything. I like having everything added and cut first because I don't have as many layers to cut afterwards. A lot better. Do I repeat the same thing? I think I do. I don't know. I had a good video on the desktop here. I think it was ESU error. Now let me get my own snipping tool and my own little thing here. Okay. Right about here. And then I had a little bit of something there right here. You can see it, but only on the deal there. Not bad. Okay, I think that was pretty good right there, because that gives me everything that we need. It's pretty much kind of all set in that video, so that was not too bad at all. It's going to be whatever it is, but you know, that's okay. And then perfect. I think that is pretty good right there. So will it show? It doesn't show file, and it doesn't show when I do my export. You guys can't see any of that stuff pop up, unfortunately, on the screen, because I think it's a part of a different dialog box than just the actual program itself. And I think, what did I even do this in? Was this 4K? I don't even know what I shot. Yep, this was a 4K video, so I've got some settings here where I can do like YouTube 4K. And let's see. Oh, the PC budget build guide. I need to copy that on over, so that way Delete has that. Let me do that right now, actually, before I do the rendering. And let's see, desktop, projects. 7 gigs of the PC build guide. All right, just copy that on over to the network real quick, because then Delete is going to want to work on that one. And then for the rendering settings, I probably should not hit the render button while I'm live. So I'll wait. I'll do everything else I need to until I'm done being live, which is about 30 minutes from now. And then I can do the render. So after this live stream, I still have to finish working out, get some more food, do some other things. It's a busy day today. Then tomorrow's gonna be busy. It's a busy October. It is a very, very busy October. But the cool part about October is we're almost monetized. Too bad it doesn't update in real time though. Like the watch hours remaining, I can't be like, okay, hey guys, we've been live for 2 hours and we've had 6 viewers, so we got 12 more hours, so we're down. I have to wait every day to get the updates on where we're at on that. Sometimes though, YouTube is nice enough to modify, and it will actually remove hours in the middle of the day for no reason. All right, cool. So that has been moved. And that entire video file though, oh yeah, I need to find the actual section where I was going to save it to. Where was that project at? Should you pay for, there we go. Should you pay for Windows 10 ESU? That doesn't seem right here. That folder doesn't seem right. Again, I'm the most organized person until I'm not. Oh, now I got it. Okay. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking for the October one. I was like, wait a second, but I'm in the September one, the one that I filmed exactly a month ago. That's hilarious. And it is going to be it's only 1.25 gigs. It's not that much at all. For a 4-minute, 7-second 4K video, I'd expect a little bit larger. Okay, well, that's not too bad. All right, so we got that set. That's pretty cool. And then I'm not really sure what the future of the live streams will be, because I did do a lot of live streams to help push the channel to monetization, which is, you know, where we're at right now, practically. And I won't be able to stream for another week anyway until next Thursday. And being at monetization by that point, is it going to be fully necessary to keep doing these live streams in the same way that I'm doing them? I'm not sure. Could I have more fun if I was doing something like gaming? I could. You know, I very much so enjoy World of Warcraft, and I very much so enjoy, well, I don't really much so enjoy Hearthstone, but, you know, Hearthstone could be fun. It's just because Delete mentioned that she would not mind editing my Hearthstone videos, so that's kind of cool. And I don't know, though. I still haven't played any games, though. There's just no time. But if I had 3 hours twice a week to sit and play a game and get paid for it, you know, why not? That wouldn't be too bad. And then I can still do the other things that I talk about, you know, where we just do tech stuff and tech chats and everything like that. But I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting to see what the future will hold with that. But I do know I have a lot more videos that I need to release. I might save this video for Monday, because I feel like that will be, it's talking about paying for the extended security updates. Monday's like right before that. It might be a rush if I get it up tomorrow, or maybe I can do some shorts to promote it. Not really sure. Probably tomorrow would be better. So I'll try to release this video tomorrow, and then I have so much other content that I need to release on the channel. I have so many things that are already filmed, and I just need to do this. I just need to sit, go through, and do the edit process. And this was about 2 hours to do that. A little bit less because I had like a 20-minute break and a 20-minute start time. But that's really not all that bad. But I'm excited. I'm also really excited to see what the actual revenue per mile, or whatever they call it, is for my channel, being a tech channel. So that'll be kind of cool. Because I don't even remember what it was the last time I was monetized, which was in 2020. When was that again? I've talked about it before on the channel. Gosh, December 2020. 5 years ago. Oh, gosh. So 5 years ago when I was monetized, I don't even know what any of that stuff was. I monetized and then I just threw it out the window. I was an idiot. But this time, it's different. This time it's for real. Third time's the charm, as they say. And yeah, we'll kind of see. Also, update on the subscriber count. I mean, we're at 2,407 subscribers, which is also huge. The subscriber numbers, they're not going up as dramatically as they were last month, but it's still consistent movement, which is nice. I was hoping to have 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's not impossible, but it's definitely going to be a goal at this point to get to that. But that's all it does. It just keeps on growing. As long as I don't, you know, have a animal behind me with a shock collar, I think I'll be okay. That's a topical current events that make sense now, but won't make sense however long from now. All right. Cool. All right, so then how do I bide the time for the next 20 minutes or so until we are ready to end? I could make sure Battle.net is updated, but there's no reason to do that. I do know I have a lot of, I think a lot of the live streams that I created, a lot of those videos just kind of like don't have any SEO or anything to them. They're just kind of sitting. Oh, let me actually check those playlists. I'm curious about that. The live stream archives. If we look at the analytics of that, that would be curious to see if that's actually what that's done. I mean, it's not bad. 700 total views, 140 watch hours. Okay, so that's what I got. If I had not been live streaming for the past 2 months, I would have had 140 watch hours fewer than that I have right now. That would be pushing us, 182 watch hours divided by, let's just say 35 watch hours a day. We'd be just a week behind. So, but that might not include as active when people watch. That might only include the people that have watched the VODs after they've been live. I don't know. YouTube gives you so many analytics, but they don't necessarily exactly tell you the granular details that you need to know about. Because watch hours, as you grow, mean nothing. Like once you have the threshold, that's pretty much it. Then it becomes retention and click-through rate pretty much. Not too bad. But yeah, what are y'all's plans for the rest of this week? What even is this week? Let me check my own calendar and see where I'm at. Yep, busy today, busy tomorrow, busy Saturday, busy Monday, busy Tuesday. Sunday might be okay. Then busy. Wow, it's a busy month, y'all. It's such a busy month. Which also reminds me, I gotta get some Christmas shopping done. I know, it's October the 8th, 9th, but if you don't do it, it's gonna sneak up on you before you know it, and it's gonna be over. Now let me see the channel analytics. I got an email from YouTube. Your October creator newsletter is here, and here's how your channel did last month. I had 22 new uploads last month. That's not bad. 220 new subs, 44,000 views, and 87.7 minutes watched. Why do they say minutes? Is that to make it sound better? So 87,700 minutes divided by 60 is 1,461 hours. That feels right, though. They have a whole bunch of, they keep saying you can enhance your shorts with new AI tools and everything, but it's a lot of stuff while you're actually recording. So maybe that's something that I should focus on, is maybe creating shorts in the actual YouTube app. I think it was on the YouTube app, wasn't it? I don't like doing stuff on the phone, though. So I mean, looking at here, so let's see the plus. Okay, so if I was to do a short, and then I want to reverse the camera, and then so you can do like, what was that, 15 seconds or 3 minutes? I'd rather have 60 seconds. Let's see, what are these? Oh, they've kind of worked this out pretty well. Effects. Oh, that's kind of cool. Filters, retouch, lighting, green screen. That one doesn't look that good. But apparently what they want you to do is a lot of live stream things, or a lot of editing and actually recording on your phone. And then you record it, and then I guess it would just go from your phone directly up there. But I don't know. I don't quite trust that just yet. To me, it seems fishy and sneaky. All right, well, I wouldn't be doing anything else at this point than just wasting my time and wasting y'all's time. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to call it. I'm going to go finalize my workout, get a protein shake, and we will call it a day. Where do we go to the intermission? There we go. Intermission / talking head. So it's not bad. Then I'll get this video rendered and uploaded, so make sure you check that out tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for coming on by, supporting the DonTech, supporting everything that you guys do. And I'm excited, because next, I'm probably going to stream as a celebration stream next Thursday. Maybe. I don't know. I just got to see how the week goes. I might be too busy too. I might not. And then we can just talk about monetization and what that means. And I want to tell you guys the things that actually, like, YouTube doesn't want you to know, you know? Like, I want to show you those things. I think there's an agreement that I'm not allowed to talk about how much money I make, but people talk about how much money they make all the time. So, I don't know how that goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to do about 5 minutes or so of the ending scene, and then we'll just catch you right back. So thank you again so much for watching. My name has been The Don with the DonTech, and you got to remember, the Don's got your back. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go.